Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. My goodness, I've never run up the stairs so fast before in my life. I was just making a coffee and this article has just come through. I kid you not, I bolted up those stairs. I think I skipped about 10 of them um, just to start recording this. Today, we are taking a look at the new build mode for Farming Simulator 22. Now, I haven't read through any of this. I haven't watched a video or anything. So it's as much news to me as it is to you, so let's get into this. Okay, so Farming Simulator 22 features a brand new and improved build mode, combining landscaping and the placement of buildings. If you watched this year's FarmCon, you already got a glimpse of it. Watch the presentation below if you missed it. Gameplay programmer Joss explains what's new to build in the game. After that, QA lead Ken Burgess and gameplay developer Stefan test the features in a short gameplay session. Once again, check this video out for yourself. I'm not going to show it for copyright reasons. And I need to check it out myself first as well. I'm just going to focus on the article today. The article should be fairly similar to what is covered in the video anyway. But again, go check this out for yourself. I'll put the link in the description as per usual. So we decided to overhaul the construction system from Farming Simulator 19 for two reasons. First, we needed to improve the usability. We got a lot of feedback from you in the past, and we're improving the build mode to make it more user-friendly. We get quite a nice image here. We've got the, I can't remember what model Fent that is, but it is returning. Dropping off milk to the dairy, which is awesome. And I'm assuming that's going to be another production chain that you can do. So maybe making cheeses and yogurts, butter, all of that lovely stuff. Obviously, I don't know exactly what's going to be, but that's quite a nice building, actually. Really, really nice. Can definitely see lighting improvement in the game has improved slightly from 19. It does feel a bit more vibrant than the previous games, which is nice to see. So, on the other hand, we have new features like the production chains that require an extended build mode. Basically, we revamped the whole thing by increasing the number of placeable items drastically and redesigned all the controls. You can now quickly switch between placing buildings and objects, landscaping and removing objects. As for landscaping and sculpting, we added new tools to edit your terrain. It's easier than ever before to build your farm just how you like it. And here we get a little glimpse of those controls. So they're placing fencing along their field at the moment. Actually, it looks pretty cool. So you can see you can switch really easily between the different ones. So buildings, I'm assuming that's just going to be shelters, silos, farmhouses. Production chains, that'll be all the factories. Animals, self-explanatory. Decoration, that'll be fences, maybe a few windmills, few buildings like this caravan here, for example. Obviously, landscaping again, self-explanatory. And just something I've noticed up here with the time. ×3. Now, in the previous games, we've gone ×1, ×5, ×15. So now we've got a ×3 in there. So that's going to be interesting to see what they've done with that as well. I wonder if they've increased it from ×120 as well, just slightly more. But again, we'll have to wait and see what they've done. But that's just a small thing that I'd noticed up there. Obviously, you can see the seasons is implemented. So June, you can see the weather, what it's going to do next. The whole UI really is dramatically improved as well, and that's what we can take from this. And something else I've just noticed down here, you can see highlighted fences. You've got lighting now, and then other. So that's cool that we can place our own lighting. So I wonder if it's going to be from just simple street lamps or little garden lights that all the way up to massive floodlights to cover the whole yard. I wonder if it will be things like that. And again, just down here, the little mini map, another really nice UI design right there, almost like an arrow pointing down. That's really cool. And a little glimpse at part of the map just to see the layout there. You can see we have got some curved fields as well. So, I mean, that's nothing to do with any of this placeable bits, but it's just small things like that that you can take from these screenshots. I've never really looked close at that before, so I don't know why I'm doing it now, but there we go. You probably know about our new crops in Farming Simulator 22 already. Grapes and olives have to be planted by building vines. So if you want to build a vineyard, you have to open build mode and stripe your fields with vines first. If you are more of an animal farmer, you can also build the fences yourself, in addition to many new pens we got. And, of course, not only to create animal pens, you can get decorative too. Similar to the vines, you can put down a pole and pull the fence to create it. There are 10 different types of fences plus gates. Okay, so that's quite interesting. So if we just put down one pole, we can essentially extend this as far as we want and do it in any shape that we want. I'm assuming that's what it means. Or that's what I've taken from it anyway. And that is really quite cool. And it also makes me wonder, are we going to be able to place these a little bit closer to these buildings? So in 19, if we wanted to put a fence around this area, instead of maybe doing it around there, we'd have to do it around here because it wouldn't let us get close to these. So I wonder if they've improved that as well. I'm hoping they have, because that's something that really frustrated me when you've got a building like this here and there's one that has to go with it and you want it directly next to it, like a shelter, for example, the small ones. If you wanted to do sort of two of them in a row, you'd have to leave a gap about this length just to be able to put them next to each other. So hopefully they've improved that. Again, we got another picture here. This time looking at the other details, or a few of them anyway, and it looks like it's just a few sheds, summer house and a garage. Still pretty cool. Nice feature to the garden. That, I'm wondering, that's probably the GPS pole or something to do with a weather sort of station. Got a refueling tank. I wonder if we're going to have placeable ones of those as well, and a few different models. Something here, nice big vehicle shelter and solar panels across the top. So I wonder if there's going to be a use for electricity now. Hopefully there is. Maybe you have to pay bills for your farm, and then if you get solar panels and that, you essentially stop paying those bills and only pay for the maintenance. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. So overall, everything is put in one of the following categories. Buildings are split further into sheds, silos, silo extensions, containers, and tools. Here you find buildings like the new sheds by Rudolph, each with functionality and things like vehicle services points or solar panels. Production contains all the buildings needed to start your production chains and earn you additional money another way. There are factories, selling points, greenhouses, orchards, and generators. So that's quite interesting. Generators and orchards. So orchards, I'm assuming grapes and olives will be one of them. I wonder, again, I think I've said this before, will they bring other types of orchards to the game, either at release and we just haven't seen that information yet, or is it going to be one of the expansion packs? Like we got in 17 we got the Platinum expansion, which went to South America, and then we saw introduced sugarcane. So I wonder if the expansion for this is going to go to a sort of orchard growing country. So the UK, Japan, maybe going to apples or pears and something like that, cherries. Maybe seeing a small extension on that. Really hope so. Really like to see that, but we'll have to wait and see. Animals contain all the pens for your animals in different shapes, sizes, and some additional functionality. So that's going to be interesting to see what they've done with these animals, because Personally, I've never really liked doing the animal side that much. I think it's good, and I do obviously do it, but I think there's a lot to be expanded on there. One of the things for me, which I think is that it's quite difficult to implement into a game, I understand, but the fact that they're always in that pen, because like in real life, especially in the UK, you're constantly moving them between different fields because each time they graze it, the grass goes down, so you have to move them on so that gets chance to regrow, and that's something I'd love to see in this. So seeing now different shapes and sizes and some additional functionality is making me wonder if we now have that ability to almost transfer them into a field, maybe an extension. So you put the main pen, but you can extend it into your grass field so you can switch them between it. I don't know, obviously that's going to be difficult to implement in, but something that I'd quite like to see. So decorations contains fences, lights and street lights, and more. With this set of items, you can provide your farm with a lot of details. Landscaping contains, well, the landscaping tools for sculpting, painting, trees, and plants. Here you find everything to make your farmland more individual. Again, that's quite nice. So we can place down trees and different plants. I'm intrigued to see what plants are going to be in there now. I'm sort of thinking that grapes and olives might not be in this productions area, even though it says orchards. So who knows? We'll see obviously more detail when the game gets closer to release, but it does make you think a bit more. Is this going to be more the olives and the grapes and this as a sideline project, maybe? Who knows? Again, got a nice picture there of that nice big shed with the solar panels on. We've got some of the equipment under. You can see we've got a Case IH baler now, which is really awesome. A lot nicer looking than the New Holland ones. Although it's very similar to design, probably the same design, it just looks better in red. So it's nice to see that Case IH is coming here. Obviously, we've got the new Case Magnum as well. Trailer in the distance, can't quite make it out, and I'm assuming that's a little compact tractor in there. Then we get another shed there, solar panels all across. That one probably more of a production shed than anything else by the looks of it. I might be wrong. Still looking at fantastic. And again, we're down to the end of that article pre-ordering. So although I say not much information, it's a hell of a lot of information, and you can take a lot from this, and you do start to think what's going to be in this game now. What are we going to start seeing? And it's really exciting to see information like this, and I'm really looking forward to the way this game is going. Hopefully you all enjoyed this update video on the new article. Let me know your opinions in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, join my Discord server, all the normal stuff, guys. And again, hopefully you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.